live from the Midwest Open, and this is round 3 for board 1. The players are black is Soren Jaffe, he's a 5-dan, and white is Eric Yoder, he's a 6-dan. I'm pretty excited to have COSMOGO, who is a 5-dan EGF, here with us helping to commentate. I
Hi
guess
guys.
thanks so much for being here. This is a big help to us. Before we start, I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, BadukClub. Both put on the tournament and is sponsoring this broadcast, and the AGA donated materials to help with the tournament, and also the AGF donated uh, to bring Kim Yoon here, as well as some materials for the tournament. So I guess let's dive into the game and see what's happening.
Yeah, so actually up to here it's kind of standard. And
Mhm.
then so this one you'd never seen before and before AlphaGo, but yeah, when you review with Lila, this kind of move shows pops up and black I guess could respond a few ways here. So normally when white attaches like this, you want to kind of respond in any way. So I think there should be like a few ways, but A and B are mostly common ways to respond against this attachment here.
Okay.
And let me just try to see a variation. So if black's hunting here, I think white is usually going to hunt it here. And then black can connect, or he can cut here. And yeah, do some stuff around here.
So what is kind of the goal of that
So for
attachment?
example, if black connects, yeah.
What is the goal of the attachment at
Yeah,
Q7
what
for
was the
black
question?
or for white? What's the goal of the attachment at Q6?
Uh, I guess what I don't know really, but my guess is like the bot is trying to say that the corner is already kind of solid, and like there's a strategy that attaching to stronger to already strong stones is okay because actually attaching to stones is gonna make them stronger.
Hmm.
So I guess the idea is the corner is already strong, so make it stronger. It's not a problem.
Gotcha.
And I guess it's kind of a more efficient way to play because then you have the whole side depending on the response here. And yeah, for example, if blacks responded like this then actually this exchange could be beneficial for later. Because actually you can see that on the right side here is suddenly a bit diminished.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's my guess about this attachment here. So yeah, white's not gonna respond. I mean, if you want to respond, I think you can jump here or play this one. I'm sorry, I'm not very used to this one, but yeah, you can extend here or jump here. Either of this one is fine if you want to respond.
Okay.
But I guess here white is just treating this as a Kikashi move. So yeah, white is saying that this exchange is already good enough and it's just taking the big corner on the upper right.
I see.
And yeah, you see this usual kind of complicated Joseki here.
Okay.
Actually, is this stream fine? Because
Uh, the your video is freezing a little bit, but I think
yeah,
this. Oh,
okay.
we're losing some rate on the stream actually. So we'll continue though.
Is now okay because
I think it's okay. We have some
uh,
video cutting out issues, but I think we're okay. Continue. The show must go on. uh, yeah, we're having some serious connection issues actually. Interesting. Can you hear me, Cosmo?
Are you okay? Do I still need? Can I still continue, or it's better that I wait?
Let me adjust the mic volume and just wait 1 second. Okay, that should be plenty. And let's get the
Okay, so I'm
balance here.
just gonna show.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
Okay, there's a bit of lag, but okay, I'm gonna just go for it. And so this is kind of the complicated 3-point Shoseki you see these days.
Yeah.
And usually, yeah, so this one is kind of the most standard way to play here. And then white would extend and play something like this.
Okay.
And then you're gonna see this kind of yeah, variation, I guess. I mean, the move order could be a bit different, but yeah, this kind of things are gonna happen, something like this. So, but this is really complicated. I don't want to go too much in detail, and it's not like I know too much about this. So, yeah, black could have gone for this way, but he opted to descend here. This one, and
Mhm.
actually, I think this one is a new move comparing to the other Kosumi one. And let's see. So it seems like there should be a meaning with the corner here because with this shape, I don't know. There's some room to maybe Atari. Usually, this is not a really good shape to play, but maybe there's some meaning behind that.
Okay.
And okay, maybe this is Joseki. I have no idea, but and then okay, black should cut here. So I guess white is trying to take those stones, and so now I can see that black here is captured, but black gets this one and the outside around here.
Okay.
Oh, that was not a great idea. Yeah, so you get this side, and also there is this cut here, and you can, yeah, maybe it's gonna be a fight in the center, probably. That's what I'm guessing. So yeah, black's gonna sacrifice the 3 stones on the top here. And okay, he Atari'd here.
I want to apologize to the audience. We're having some pretty serious connection issues this
Yeah,
morning. I'm not sure why that's happening. So, uh,
yeah, it's weird.
but
Maybe it's
it seems to
is the
us
problem on my side or is it on your
it's
side?
definitely on our side. Um,
Okay.
we'll just continue and hope for the best, I think.
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna work. And yeah, usually I think I would jump here as the shape is better because yeah, you leave the cut around here. So this cut could be annoying later. The cuts around here.
Hmm.
But I guess Black's plan is really just to sacrifice the top side and just go for the right side. That's yeah, my guess.
Gotcha.
Because Black is risking quite a bit by playing here. So you can see his whole plan is to play on the right side, but then yeah, this exchange could come into play, this A and B exchange.
Okay.
So this could be bad or good depending on the fight on the right. Because maybe can you actually erase some stones or is it possible?
Uh,
Maybe okay. Well, let's yeah, we can forget about it then. But yeah, maybe white can or is it? Oh, actually, you can do this. Nice. So yeah, maybe white can invade from here later if he wants to invade locally on the right side.
okay.
And by playing this exchange, sometimes it could be bad because you don't have any base. And usually, when you want to kind of settle your group, it's better to go on the third line.
I see.
But if you want to, reduce from the center, then this could be okay. So yeah, it really depends on how it's going to play out on the right side.
Ah.
And is that the game right now?
Yeah, that looks like the state of the game right now.
Okay.
What
So
what I'm
let's,
seeing is that black is building a giant area on the right side, but white's getting compensation on the top. Does this feel like an even
yeah.
result, or
I mean, my guess is I would take white because, I mean, black is a huge area right here, as you can see.
yeah?
But you can count those points on the top. It is quite big. I mean, so yeah, let me change, or yeah, let me just count roughly. So up to here. So it's gonna be, so because this is confirmed territory, I should
Sure.
say. So 16, 18, 20. Yeah, it's around at least 35 points is confirmed. And you can see white has
Wow.
this corner and this and plus Komi. So yeah, already white has a solid, I would say, yeah, 60 points. But of course, it depends on the fight on the right side and stuff.
Okay.
But you can see also that there's cuts around here that could come into play for the fight here.
Mm-hmm.
So personally, I think it's a bit risky way to play for black.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But at least, yeah, I guess his plan is consistent. And actually, this turn is pretty big because it actually reducing the liberties of these 4 stones that you can see here.
Mm-hmm.
Also increasing the top side around, yeah, for white there here.
Sure.
And I think white is trying to maybe use this cut RG here. And white's plan is going to be quite simple. So if he can reduce the right side in a good way, he should be totally fine because the top side is.
Gotcha.
So okay, white black actually did slide here, which you could also opt for this one actually as black. So maybe try to increase this whole like bottom right side of the board. So I think that would
Okay.
be an option as well.
For sure.
So if black white's responding here, uh, I don't know actually. Maybe black would hane, but yeah, these kind of games are really hard because you need to count uh, around how much points you need to make on this side comparing, and it's quite difficult to see if this is much or not. Yeah, this is a pretty big point of from white,
Gotcha.
and actually now is really this card is getting a bit annoying for black later on. But yeah, black needs to play. I mean, he played moves around there, so he should make use of that. And yeah, that's why he played there on the bottom left side. So yeah. Actually, the top right, I don't know if this is. Maybe this is totally fine, Joseki, but personally, it seems a bit much for
For
white. Yeah, I
sure.
should check this. Check this later on myself. Actually, yeah, anyone in chat knows about this one? Because I've never seen this kind of variation before.
Where white keeps extending?
Yeah, this kind of,
I don't think
and
I've
even
seen it before
after this
either.
one, yeah. Don't know if this is the right move here to Atari, but after this Atari at A, yeah, then Black's plan, I mean, he needs to play like he played in the game. So I guess if you want to change the way you play here, I think it should be here.
Okay.
And yeah, usually the shape you want to play here because you want to protect this cut at A.
Gotcha.
And if white, normally I think white would extend, try to capture these two stones. But I think after you can still. So I guess running away directly, it's not going to work well.
Uh,
Because, for example, yeah, white can push and cut probably. And this one, you can see that if black cannot really surround the center here, black cannot win the capturing race on the top here. So I'm just gonna show it. So if you play like this, you can see, yeah, this black stone is captured. So that would be not great for black.
for sure.
So if that doesn't work, yeah, then it's probably not. You don't want to play that. And this one feels, yeah, you preferably not wanting to play moves like this because white could actually, yeah, you could go from here or actually pincer and try to fight in center.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, this one, it doesn't feel good for black. I mean, you can see that black's shape is cramped and he doesn't have a base in here because white can always kind of jump from here and take his eye shape away. And it's not easy for black to kind of put pressure on these two stones too much. And I think this fight is better for white. So that's why I think black didn't opt for this kind of variation.
Gotcha. Interesting.
But I guess here you could play away. So could be fine. You could play up to here and then play elsewhere like this one. And later maybe you wanna kind of uh, play from, I don't know, from here, for example, and maybe then sacrifice these two stones, but in a more small than in the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not too sure about that. That's just my personal opinion. And yeah, let's just see how it went after this one. So yeah, this kind of turn you should remember. This is always pretty big, and actually, there's a proverb in Japanese that this kind of turn. Don't know. Do you know how to say this in English?
Uh, what is the word?
Uh, like it's like a really extremely valuable turn.
Oh, that's probably how we would say it.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, that's fine. So yeah, this turn is pretty big in general. So you can see it increases white's space here, and same time, yeah, you want to attack these four stones and aim at this cut, as I said here.
gotcha. And actually, they didn't cut it B. They cut it the one next to it. White did.
This one,
Yeah.
yeah, actually, this one makes more sense. If I, yeah, they know better because they're completely in the game. I
All right.
agree. Actually, my mistake. So
It didn't happen
you
right
want to cut
away.
from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. After this exchange, so white's plan you can see is kind of um, just to reduce the right side, and he's I'm having already quite huge territory leads,
Mhm.
and also attacking the center stones. And black did try to play on the bottom left side here,
Okay.
but it seems kind of slow to me. And white can always kind of respawn here and be okay with this stone, or you can play. Oops. You could play this kind of variation, and yeah, until black like plays here again. Yeah, this stone is not going to be captured here at A.
Right. Yeah, E5 feels really, really optimistic to me.
Yeah.
Because it can be cut through, and it feels like there's a lot of weaknesses in the shapes. I personally, just as a 4Q, I would prefer if I wanted something like that just to jump straight out at F5 instead. Um, but that still
Oh,
feels really slow. Yeah.
you mean yeah, this one?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I understand the direction. So you have the yeah, you want to play on the bottom left side, but I think if it works, you want to play here, this one, because I think black's like ideal kind of variation is like white is trying to save, and then you can see that it increases the center potential much more.
Hmm.
And then you can just, for example, play around here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because yeah, this one the problem is not really as not putting pressure as much on this stone here, even though the plan is kind of, I would say, kind of correct. But usually I think yeah, black is not in a great shape because of this move. This seems a bit it's not really consistent with the plan, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe I'm being too harsh here, but yeah, I think black should jump here. Like, yeah, then your move is pretty good, but you don't want to play this slide. It's not really, um, yeah, going well with the way he played on the right side, I
Gotcha.
would say.
Interesting.
And yeah, like now, do you want to slide here? That's the question. Probably
Probably not. No.
not. Yeah. So because
Very true.
white is anyways gonna play here, I think.
Sure.
So yeah, okay.
Interesting. So they cut.
And yeah, white.
White is invading.
Yeah,
Oh, White's
that's
trying to capture the long dragon there, right? Like it's not.
yeah. You can see these ones are gonna be quite in trouble, I
Yeah,
think.
that's
And
really heavy.
yeah, heavy, like is you saying. So you cannot this one because you can see this is in terms of points is pretty big. It's like 7 stones, so it's 14 points. But for example, if it was only one, then it's easier to sacrifice because it's only 2 points. So that's why uh, it's translate in the term like heavy or light.
Hmm.
And yeah, actually, white has cut in the right way here because, for example, if black kind of jumps here, actually white is trying to cut here, I
Hmm.
think, and then Atari from here. And then you can see black is also in trouble on the right side here.
Makes sense.
And these ones are the keystones. So if you let white take those two, so for example, I'm just gonna play, for example, move. It's not right, but you can see that suddenly white stones are all connected, and black is just having a floating group over here,
Hmm.
and is also trouble on the right side.
Interesting.
So yeah, that would be a disaster. So black cannot really let white cut here. So yeah, okay, he did protect this cut from just Bonuki here. So that's the meaning behind here.
Big. Yeah.
Actually, locally, um, yeah, you could play this one, but in this case, white is just gonna push, and you can see now, yeah, this center group is just gonna be in huge trouble.
Sure.
And when black spends move to save this group, you can see that if white manages to live with this group here, uh, yeah, then black has almost nothing left. And it also, yeah, depends still on this group in the center. But yeah, the huge asset that black had, so the right side is almost completely gone.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm interested to see how black is gonna deal with this here.
Yeah, Q6 is actually coming into play now too, right?
Yes, exactly. So now I can see this exchange is getting a good exchange here.
Everybody's commenting on my shiny forehead. Thanks, guys. Yeah, and I did work on the red balance a little bit, Paragrill, just a little bit. Any dang way. um, yeah, we're caught up to the game state now, right?
Yeah. So
So I'm trying to look in. If I were white, what would I do? I would
what
probably
where do you wanna go back?
no.
Here or
From the current game state, I would probably
okay, yeah.
try to put more pressure on that center group somehow. Maybe with something that's optimistic. Maybe O9 is super optimistic though, and just try and
As black here, this one.
or as white though. Oh, it's white's move, isn't it? Yeah,
It's black to turn, yeah.
yeah.
But you can see now you need to play a move on the right side, I think.
Hmm.
Because if yeah, if you play move around here, yeah, what happens? I mean, I guess white could play here. Or you wanna block if possible. Uh then yeah, if you can capture these stones, then this is game over. But maybe it's not as easy as it is. So black and honey here. And yeah, this could be not as clear
Oh, for
as it
sure. Yeah.
seems to be, because you can play here. And if you block from this side, black can push here. And you can see there's this kind of move.
Yep. And then yeah, black just wins the Liberty race there.
Yeah, you can capture. And this one, you can just win the Liberty race here.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, this cut is not going to work because this is just a simple ladder, as you can see.
Yep.
So probably white is just gonna, and when black plays this one, you could still play move around here. I guess this one could be Sente, protecting the uh, from this one. So now I can play from here, for example, and then you can see it's gonna be like trouble for these stones in the center. And depending on the situation, if black responds here, then you can block and probably kill the right side group or something.
Yep.
So yeah,
Interesting.
black cannot really let white block here. So
Oh
that's a
wow. Black
oh,
actually tried to
that's a
save his
cool
group
move. Yeah,
and attack the white. Yeah. Interesting. Oh,
yeah. He's trying.
they're saying our stream stopped.
Oh, we're back. Nice.
Sorry everyone for the technical issues. I'm not sure what's affecting our connection. Um, it's pretty much the same connection setup as yesterday, so my apologies. It looks like it's still pretty wibbly. Hey, Antrovix.
But maybe the fact that I'm in France is just also playing some role here.
It might be. Yeah, it could be, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't take up that much bandwidth. Because I'm only sending audio to
Mm.
you, so.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, so this move at R11. Is that mainly to just
Yeah.
save the right side group, or?
I guess he's trying to create something good because, as you can see, black needs to respond there locally. But for example, this one, you can see it's not a move you want to play really because um, it's kind of submissive and I don't know. I guess white could also jump around here
Okay.
and then aim for this spot here and try to put pressure on black stones. And yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, this kind of move is kind of too painful for black to play because then black needs to make another move, making sure this group is alive. And
Gotcha.
then white can take center and attack the center group here.
Okay.
So yeah, he's trying to create something, but I don't know what happens when whites push here.
Gotcha.
So yeah, here if I were white, the first instinct is gonna be to push here, and I would think, what is black's plan actually after this one? So let's think here. Think black would play this honey, but yeah, if you cut here, then white just cuts here, this one.
Hmm.
And then you can see black cannot really connect on the bottom side here. Maybe he can play a move like this.
But black gets an
But
iron sente, right? Or
yeah, you can see black can maybe connect on the bottom side, but
okay.
this group is 100% alive here.
Right.
And then you can see black is going to be in real trouble here. So that would never happen. Yeah, definitely not. I would be surprised if this kind of version happens. And if black, yeah, if black plays like this, then he needs to put another move to
Close the group.
secure
Yeah.
the group on the top there. But yeah, again, that would be way too painful.
Yeah, and then white has a lot of attacking on the two stones that are 11.
R11. Yeah,
Yeah, those
this one. Yeah,
stones are in trouble.
yeah, those stones here. Yeah. So black's not gonna play for that one. So let me go back a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. So maybe black's gonna just. Hmm. So this one you can just descend here. It's kind of the same.
Yeah, it reverts to the same variation, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if there's moves like this one. But even if black cuts and you just sacrifice this one, I feel like this would be too big. Maybe this kind of variation is trying to make because then actually black's group is a bit more stronger because you
Mhm.
can see these two stones are cut. But and actually black can take center and play something. I don't know. Yeah, somewhere around here in the center. Actually, it's quite difficult. Usually you want to play here, but this could be a bit too slow. So yeah, anyways, maybe black can opt for that kind of variation here.
Mhm.
So yeah, maybe his plan is to sacrifice the group on the right here, this black group, and try to cut off here like this.
Oh, okay.
But
Interestingly, none of that happened. White didn't drop down white honey instead.
okay. Wait. Okay, so he didn't push here because maybe there's something that didn't work. Maybe I missed something. And also maybe he didn't like the fact that black can just push here because it gives black some counterplay, even though you can take some points here.
Sure.
And here by blocking here, actually you can just let black suffer on the right side and take the upper hand in the center fight here.
Gotcha.
But okay, yeah, this one. So yeah, black is the only way he can play here, and white should Atari. And yeah, so that's what what his plan is. So he's trying to be in a better position to fight in the center.
Okay.
So the other variation, white can take those stones, but then black can almost kind of be more relieved about these stones. But now, yeah, it's not easy.
For sure. Hmm.
Yeah, here
Wait.
I don't know.
I would,
So
as
black
black,
needs,
I would be totally worried about that center group at this point.
yeah, this group here, yeah.
Because every exchange seems to put more pressure on that group.
Mm. Yeah, as black, you need to put as much pressure on this group because if this white group is alive, then white has almost no worries to have.
Hmm.
And in terms of territory, white is much ahead,
Yeah,
I
very true.
think.
Black's whole hope was the Moyo on the right side.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's building something on the bottom too, potentially. But there's lots of space to live down there, right? For white, I mean.
Oh, for white here
Yeah,
on the bottom?
yeah.
Yeah. Here, for example, you can always kind of so maybe now it's a bit uh, not really working because black can always pincer from here. But yeah, usually this kind of move is pretty good. So you can make this corner stronger because it's always already strong. And
Hmm.
if black plays a move like this, then you can just easily settle
Yeah.
on the bottom. And also depending on the lower left corner, you can always kind of aim for this kind of attachment or something. And also, there's a lot of space, so maybe just throwing a stone in the middle would be totally fine.
Yeah.
But
And
all of that depends. Oh, sorry.
oh yeah, it feels like white can build something pretty large on the upper left too, just with maybe an enclosure,
Yeah,
and
as
that works
well.
with
Yeah.
their wall.
Mm.
Yeah.
Example like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, black's important thing is so if you're a black here, your plan is to not let white easily live here. And if possible, you want to take center because this point is pretty big later.
Okay.
So around here.
Gotcha.
Or maybe you can also invade the corner there
Hmm.
or attach or something here. I don't know
I see.
how black's gonna play. But taking center here is gonna be quite important, I'd say.
Interestingly, I don't feel like the move that black played was Sente, was it? Help me understand.
I
Like
don't
it
know.
makes
Now,
shape.
now, yeah, now we need to fight in the centers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he did play this one, so yeah, he need to run away in the center. But this one, you could say that he's trying to. Uh, I don't know what was wrong, but by just jumping. But yeah, maybe he's trying to just surround this group in a bigger way. I would say.
Sure. Because he can jump farther
So I
now
guess
with maybe like L8 or something. Or
yeah.
oh, interesting.
Okay, he did play this one, but this one I'm worried as black because white shouldn't even respawn here. You can just play this one, for example.
Mhm.
And yeah, then you can go even further on the bottom right here in this direction and erase this whole area.
Yep.
And you need to be careful also if you respond too much here on the bottom, let's say, oops. Uh, of course, it's not going to happen, but this kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So suddenly, the ones who is attacking is just gonna change. So in this kind of situation, you need to be careful. So yeah, white would jump here.
Yep.
That's pretty good shape, and it's kind of logical. And when you want to live with your stones, you kind of want to live with having some territory, and potentially white can have some points around here.
Sure. Even if
Yeah,
it's
and
just a little
also
bit compared to what it was like before these exchanges happened. Um, yeah, it takes away
yeah,
so much potential from black.
yeah. You can see this whole. I'm just gonna draw in. Let's see. You can see this whole box. Black potentially had some points here,
Hmm.
but up to this area it is all gone,
Yep.
and black's potential is, I guess, around here. But you can see that white is already coming down there, so it's going to be difficult
Yep.
to do anything.
Interesting.
Yeah, black needs to create something here.
I kind of feel like if black responds on the bottom, that hurts the middle, and if black responds in the middle, that hurts the bottom. I'm not sure like what a good solution to both areas would be. Is there a move that helps both at once?
No, yeah, I'm thinking about it, but definitely here as black, you need to take as much time as possible,
Yeah.
because here, if you make a mistake or just play too many slow moves, then white can just kill the game off, and you can see top side is way too much territory. So imagine, yeah, you were in black's shoes here. You need to, yeah, exactly like you said, think about a plan that is doing both.
Okay.
But here you can see that there's a lot of space around here, so it's not easy to kind of put a move and surround.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So ideally you want to play twice, but it's against the rules, of course, but you want to play something like this.
Sure. Sure. Oh,
But yeah,
man.
you cannot do that, unfortunately.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a difficult situation.
So yeah, let me think. So what can black try to do is maybe just first off take away the potential eye shape that white has here. So I don't know, for example, peep around here, maybe aim at this kind of cutting point, because the connection here is not too solid.
Oh, yeah. I know a Q move would be to go for like P7 and try to split it apart. Um,
P7.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm just.
like for
Ah,
black.
you mean peep
Yeah,
peep the other way?
yeah.
But probably this one.
Helps white. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can even connect, but even if this is troublesome, then you can just play from here. And I
Hmm.
guess even if you take this one, it's not really interesting because actually this exchange here, so this triangle exchange could be bad concerning the center here
Right.
for this group.
Right. We
So
want as
yeah,
little strength for that group as possible. The white group, I mean.
yeah. So you don't want to make some moves that are gonna weaken the center group here.
Sure.
But of course, yeah, it's a really difficult position. And I guess, do you know how much time there left, or
I don't have a view on the clock. um, unfortunately. But I know they have 40 minutes and I think it's 5:30. I'd have to look at the website again to remember their exact time settings, but they probably have quite a
Actually,
bit
I
of
could
time on the
check.
clock.
Okay, so actually I have the site here. So yeah, it seems like it's 45 minutes and 5 times 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, which is quite a lot
Hmm.
considering, yeah, tournament. Usually,
Sure.
so when I play tournaments in Europe, usually you have like 20, 20 stones or 25 stones for 5 minutes. So it's like Canadian Byoyomi, if you know.
Hmm.
And so you don't have like 5 periods. So that could actually, yeah, make black like think a lot more because you have some room.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, here
Uh,
is quite difficult.
yeah, Black is deep
Do you
in
have
thought.
any?
He's very very concentrated. White looks a little more relaxed, I think. But I'm not sure.
Actually, yeah, let me see to the camera. He's actually wearing some
Anime
glasses or no?
hoodie, yeah. We all know what it means when they start holding their forehead.
But yeah, usually, I mean, you can see holding his head. I mean,
Yeah.
is not really a good sign. And yes, I agree that White is, yeah, is relaxed. You can see his posture is quite
Yeah.
relaxed. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's another plan which I totally didn't consider.
Oh, my feed must have frozen for a little bit. Uh-oh. Of the
Maybe
live
I'm
board.
too fast, or
No, there's a slight delay with our video feed from board one, so OGS is probably up to date a little faster. There it is.
okay. Let me see. There's-
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess here Black Horse is kind of better to play around here, like you said. Actually,
Yeah.
I would say it's a pretty good move because when Blight plays here, maybe you could kind of
Solve
could
both
be
your
a bit of
problems.
an
Yeah.
overplay. Yeah, but can kind of try for this one.
Hmm. Yeah, I was really
So yeah,
surprised at K10. I thought that was really slow.
yeah, pretty, yeah, really slow. Yeah, yeah. And also the thing is, it's not really so. If this move here, this one is threatening this white group, for example,
Hmm.
then yeah, it could be an option because you're making your group stronger, and then you can attack on the right side.
Sure.
But then if this A move, white just makes this group secure here, you don't have any compensation with this A move here. That's a problem.
Yeah. You think?
And I don't see, yeah, where he's gonna take back the points that he lost. Which, yeah, it's kind of understandable. He's kind of desperate to
To
create something.
build something, and maybe Black is hoping to connect on the left with the move at D9 to the K10 stone. But uh, I'm hard pressed to see, like, even so, White's gonna get compensation from poking at that connection, right?
Oh, you mean around here? This one?
Yeah,
This?
exactly. The connection between
Yeah.
K10 and D9.
Hmm.
That would just help White surround a larger area in the upper left, I feel like.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, black is in not like easy shape in the center, so should be careful. And so blacks actually is trying to kind of uh, play the board big as large as possible. So usually this kind of strategy is okay when you're really behind
Hmm.
because when you play the board as large as possible, usually the opponent's gonna try to invade, and then naturally there's gonna be a fight happening. And yeah, in this kind of situation, as black, you're desperate to have a fight somewhere. So let's just count here a little bit. Maybe I'm just
Yeah, do a count. I'm trying to get information for the chat. The chat asked me where the players are from, so I just reached out to the director to see. Oh dear, and our stream is lagging again.
Oh no. No. Please. Yeah. Hopefully it's gonna get back. So yeah, so white's territory here shouldn't have changed here. So it's still like 35 points. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like
Soren.
Soren is from Ohio, and Eric is from Michigan. So this is an Ohio-Michigan combat. Gotta rep the Michigan.
So yeah, you're from Michigan, right?
Yeah, I
Or
live in
I'm
Michigan.
wrong. Okay. Yeah, so you are rooting for
Eric,
white, I
yeah.
guess, or
Yep. I'm rooting for white.
yeah, then I think you should be in a good spot if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so this kind of corner you can count as 10 points usually.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say 5. So plus Komi, it would be around 55 points. And depend also on this group, this one right here.
Sure.
And black as confirmed territory has this one. So
As which one?
yeah,
Sorry,
that should
it's
be around
not showing. Oh, there it is. Okay. 15.
15 points, 5. So 20. And I said 60, right? And I didn't count the potential that white can maybe have around here.
Yeah, in fact, white has already enclosed that area, it looks like. So that
Okay.
puts white farther ahead, I think.
So black needs to make around 40 points or more here,
Oh, wow.
which is explaining the move he played here.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So pretty tough position. And you can see that black is weak here in the center. So usually you cannot make that much territory.
Right.
But yeah, let's see what. Wait. Okay. This one I don't know, but could be okay. Usually, in terms of territory, you want to enclose smaller.
Just to solidify the points, right?
Yeah.
Because
So that would be. Oh, sorry.
with the large knights, I mean, black can invade a little bit easier at around D17 or even the 3/3 at C17, right?
Yeah, exactly. So black has some room to invade easier.
Gotcha.
And so that's why. Yeah, I would play this one. I guess it's more solid, and in this situation, white should be way ahead. So you just need to just play solid moves and yeah, try to attack the center, not playing overplay, attacking this group. And usually stones are gonna go in this way, and it's gonna be dummy points around here. And yeah, if black cannot have like 40 points here, then white should be winning. And of course, white gains some points around here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be white's plan. So you wanna try to force the sequences as much as possible if you're white.
Sure.
Yeah. But okay, black did play here, try to increase. So normally, locally, you want to play it this way
Yep.
to just enclose, confirm the territory on the bottom left side, or maybe this one. But I guess, yeah, that would be a bit too slow because then white can take center, and yeah, you can maybe go on here.
Interesting.
And also, it's not like uh, there is zero RG with this one. You could maybe actually, don't know, but there could be some things maybe around here, depending on if there's stones around here for white. But yeah, so the second line is kind of open, so you even still have some room to invade.
Yeah, they can use their time however they want to. Yeah.
So that would explain the reason why black played here at c11 here for
Sure.
this one, because he want to close off the second line evasion that was potentially possible.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's trying to secure as much points as possible. And
Oh, Entrovix, someone asked if one of the players could take a small break, and of course they can. They can use their time however they want to. But the chat asked if they can go check a high-level AI.
no. I guess it's not going to be a great idea, but
One of the players is requesting to
yeah.
break dance. Celebrating his victory, yeah.
Yeah, but usually you can go and I guess watch some other games,
Yeah, absolutely.
which in white's position, yeah, you can play. You can do that because actually your position is quite comfortable, and I guess he didn't use that much time.
Hmm.
It seems like so. Yeah, he has some a lot of time
And the time
still.
on OGS is of course wrong, but
Yeah, okay, that's not. So okay,
let's see. It looks like a few more
white.
moves happened in the game. White played kind of an
Yeah,
invasion at
let
E8.
me see. Okay, so this move is interesting. So he
Feels
says
very
that,
confident.
yeah, confident move. Yes, definitely. I would not play this kind of move because it could be quite risky. But yeah, actually, if this kind of territory is not good enough for black, then you can play like this.
Mhm.
But personally, you could go. So as white, you have a few plans possible here. So you could just invade the bottom left side, and then the game is going to be over.
Sure.
So yeah, you can play. I don't know. There's some few moves possible. So you could start off with this, but maybe yeah, this could be maybe something. So
One of the
aiming at this,
one of the chatters
yeah.
says that before that probe at E8, maybe white should have tried C2 as an additional probe, just to see how he wants to play.
Oh, you mean on the bottom left before playing e8?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. But where did he say where he wants to probe or?
Well,
But yeah,
he said
usually
try C2 first.
c2 first. Yeah, that's actually quite hmm, interesting. So black cannot really just back off. So that would be, for example, this one you can even block or something. But I guess if black's hunting here, then you can go from the top side here because then you can cut and moves. And then maybe this kind of thing could be some things later. There's gonna be a ton of RG, maybe this one also. I mean, or even this Hane. There's uh yeah, ton of RG that's quite difficult for black to deal with, I would say.
Sure.
So yeah, C2 is definitely an interesting move. Okay, I did jump a bit far. Yeah, they're playing fast.
Yeah, the sequence went really fast.
Yeah, see, and yeah, so you could try to invade the whole bottom side, but I
Mhm.
guess you need to be really accurate in your reading, and if you're wrong, then you could risk a lot. So yeah, white played a little bit safer here.
Huh.
And okay, black pushes because yeah, I think he doesn't feel that this is good enough, and also this moves is going to be beneficial for to attack these stones here. So yeah, then maybe white can just cap or something.
We have a question from the chat. Why are the players playing as if it's cold? Um, so we're in kind of breakout rooms in the church, and they run on radiative heat.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit chilly in that room, just because it was hard to get the heat adjustment. And the players we had yesterday said they preferred cold to it being too hot, because it was very hot in that room when we were setting up. So they might be a little bit chilly. They might just feel more comfortable in their hoodies. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, usually, yeah, I would get really, really hot when I play a game. So even with a cold room like this, I could maybe take off my, yeah, hoodie or stuff. But yeah, it doesn't seem like they're keeping it like this.
They
But
don't
maybe
appear to
it's
be
like a,
shivering, so it's fine.
yeah, maybe it's kind of a protective effect. Like, I don't know. But
So your opponent can't see where you're looking on the board, right?
yeah, yeah.
Like wearing dark sunglasses when you're playing poker.
Yeah, for example, I don't know if you follow poker too much, but yeah, I usually see these guys having hoodies like this and stuff, but kind of the same effect, maybe.
For sure.
Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, white did play here, so of course, because black is just inviting white, but this is actually quite a key point. And black cannot really let white play this kind of honey here,
Right.
because then he can have a base. Uh, yeah, here white. So yeah, black did honey from this side. And wow, okay. Yeah, did white read accurately here? So that would be interesting. Let me see quickly how they played. Yeah, I mean, this one seems already
Seems really good for white.
really good for white. I mean, he's already alive.
Mhm.
But okay, yeah, he's just indirectly making this group a little bit stronger because now you can see this group at A is 100% alive. So, but he did invade the bottom left corner. So that's a pretty big gain.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, understandably, black invades the top left there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that invasion finally happened.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, black should invade there if he can take center because
Mhm.
if white can protect there, this one, that would be, yeah, there's no hope that black can go and invade the top side there.
Sure.
So yeah, I wonder if this one is the most cleanest way for white to play, but definitely if this is the variation that's gonna happen, then it seems all right for white.
Yeah. It's a shame that it ended in Gote because that does create the invasion.
Yeah.
That leaves space for the invasion, I mean.
And also, I think that you want to, I think as white, you want to profit the fact that this group was weak. And
Mhm.
now, with this, you cannot really do much anymore because, uh, so let me, yeah, if you play like this, black can just jump away. And then you can see also this group is not totally alive. So it could influence this group here.
Gotcha.
And yeah, as white, you wanted to have a strong group on the left here. So maybe having some forcing moves so you can take Sente and play around here.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And also when you cap, so you can say attacking is the best way to defend yourself.
Hmm.
And in that way, also this group is getting stronger.
Right. Because we wanna maintain the power balance between white and black in the center, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So in that sense, I think it's a bit inaccurate way to play for white because he did invade, but then he did give uh the strength back in the center for black.
Hmm.
So yeah, let's see though. But in territory, white should be ahead. So
It looks like they're playing a bit of an unusual variation, at least one that I'm not as used to in the upper left corner.
let me
I
see
guess it's
quickly.
fine. It looks like black is just like, I'm gonna take my territory. I mean, white is just like, I'm gonna take my territory. Thank you.
Yeah, usually you see this one with this kind of enclosure.
Hmm.
So yeah, do you know this? So
Only a
black.
little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is usual Joseki. So uh yeah. So black normally would play this one and play around here.
Hmm.
And then black takes the corner, but then white can take center. And you can see here in this situation, yeah, I mean, white did gain some points here in exchange for the corner. So yeah, that's totally fine. And actually, white can gain center. And actually, in this board situation is quite big because you can go and play the unplayed bottom side here. So yeah, white would try to take center here,
Okay.
but let me see. So yeah, you want to hunt it from the outside because uh, this side is more important as white.
Okay.
So keeping the corner is not as important as to keeping the top side there because, for example, if you play this one, then black can play here,
Oh, it's way too easy
and
for
then
black, yeah.
suddenly, yeah, you can see that suddenly the top side is really diminished, and it's easy for black.
Hmm.
So yeah, that won't be a variation you want to play, even though you can keep the corner.
Right.
So yeah, when you're kind of asking yourself which one to block, I would say if it's just decide, see which is bigger, so the corner or the top side, and I think it's pretty clear that here is smaller than this side.
Hmm.
So yeah, you want to protect for the bigger side, so that explains the move of
Oh, yeah.
blocking at e17 here.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. This one, black could actually play here. And then normally white would, depending on the situation, but white could Atarian play this one, for example.
Sure.
Or usually, yeah, white would connect. And then, so yeah, black would play something like this. And then you can, I guess you could protect here. And then this shape locally, this is not completely alive as black.
Right. So black definitely doesn't want that
And
variation.
um, yeah, I guess this is a bit too easy for white. I mean,
Yeah.
the shapes are too much defined, so that's why I think he didn't play.
Hmm.
But yeah, this would be more kind of a usual. So this is totally Joseki, and black won't respond here because actually, so let me just go through this one. So
Sure.
if black plays here, locally, when white wants to make something out of this corner, he would play this one here,
Sure.
and then yeah, there's gonna be something like this happening.
Oh, interestingly, Hazelon thinks that this variation that we're showing is actually better for black than the other one. Fascinating.
Is better or
Yeah,
means
Hazelon thinks it's better.
yeah. I think yeah. I think white maybe it's kind of better is that black can take center, and this locally is not. So this is a one step kind of. Oh, sorry. Actually, yeah, I should play here first and play this one. So locally, it's gonna become something like this, and as you can see, if so, this is a core, but usually when you have a core kind of shape, you can win the core right away.
Okay.
So it's like you spend 2 moves to take the corner.
Yeah.
But now you can see that uh, white needs to spend another move to make this a real.
Gotcha. I see.
So yeah, so this is called a one-step core. Yeah, advantage for black, I guess. This is the way I call in Japanese.
Hmm.
So actually, the value of trying to take the corner is smaller comparing to normal cores
I see.
because you need to spend 3 moves to
Gotcha.
take
Hazelon
the corner. So yeah,
mentions
it's a
that
bit
the
yeah.
uh, the variation in the actual game, black sort of stole Sente, and because he's not quite locally alive as well. Um, but I'm not.
Yeah, so yeah, black needs to kind of so I think behind his mind is he's trying to create something and he's saying that okay, this corner is already uh kind of having some RG and probably in his mind white cannot kill if possible.
Hmm.
But I would say locally I think this one should be dead.
Okay.
I don't know. I played maybe uh even
Right. We looked at the
this one.
variation where white played C14, I think. Um,
C14.
yeah, one of the variations in there. Uh, white played a Kosumi instead. So I recall.
Ah, no. Yeah, this was I wanted to compare when the the enclosure was a small knight's move, not this one.
Oh,
I would
right.
say.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
Because
black's
usually you don't have this variation when this is a large knight's move.
okay.
But yeah, this is still totally fine. But as black, I would still play this one.
Sure. To make it alive.
Yeah, make it
Potentially.
alive, and you can see here there's some weakness. So I don't think white's gonna Tenuki. Maybe he was scared of that, or he's trying to first kind of annoy the group on the bottom left here,
Hmm.
take center and go back here.
I see.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think white would Tenuki here anyways. So yeah, I would play here this way.
Would
And normally I think white should respond something like this
okay.
or this one. But Yeah, this it's something that can be created maybe later with this kind of cards here, but yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
So if this is possible, then black should play this one because just to secure this group, and then you can go and try to attack the bottom left group here.
I see.
Yeah, so this was played. Okay, after this one. Yeah, that's kind of a key point. So yeah, you can see black is taking the corner, and locally white is not totally alive here. But of course, yeah, it's not going to be easy to attack white because potentially you can just take this one stone here, and you're going to have an eye here and
Yep.
this. So yeah.
It's difficult. Payson Fox
If
says that no matter what variation, if white doesn't die somewhere, the top should be too big for black to match.
Yeah,
Payson thinks that white's ahead by a 40 or 50 point. It looks like.
50 points. I don't,
I don't.
maybe it's that
Maybe.
much, but
Not sure.
yeah,
Oh.
definitely you don't need to count too much.
Yeah.
But actually, yeah, so actually, if you want to confirm the territory, so let's get back to it. White has, so up to here it was 35 points,
Hmm.
and actually white gained here,
About 10 points, right? 10 to
so
12? Oh, more.
even more
More. Yeah.
because yeah, it's 20 points more, I should say,
Yeah.
roughly. So now it's like 55 on the top, even though white led the corner. And then, yeah, if he, I guess if he leaves 5 and maybe another 5 here, uh, combining the whole, it should be around 70 points.
Okay. Okay.
And then, yeah, if you count black, you can see that, yeah, this hasn't changed. So it's this still 15, 5.
Hmm.
And I would say another 5 here. So it's 25 and another 5 here. So because black had taken those 2 stones, so it's 4.
Right.
So roughly it's 5. Yeah, I'm gonna optimistically say 5 as well. So 35, and then this one should be 10. So this is all confirmed territory.
Right. It's roughly
So what I
45 to roughly 70 is what we saw.
yes, so black needs to make 25 points that are left on the board, and
Gotcha.
yeah, that's tough to say, but difficult. I mean, hard to say, but yeah, difficult for black to do it, unfortunately.
Is there still weakness if white plays a move like h9 or somewhere about to split those groups? I
H9.
know it's not white's move
So
yet, but
oh yeah, yeah. If white plays this on,
yeah.
yeah, it could still potentially try to attack the group here, this one.
Yeah.
But you can see now this group is strong, so you can just respond here,
Okay.
and you should be yeah totally fine. And
Okay.
actually, depends on yeah this one. If it's sent, yeah, then it's even a bit easier
Gotcha.
because you can threaten of pushing and cut here. This one. So yeah. Yeah, this seems a desperate situation for black, unfortunately. Yeah, I think his plan in the opening was a bit too risky to play from here.
Uh-huh. They are
Yeah, it
looking
didn't
at
go.
the game recorder right now. Can you forward to the
Yeah,
end to the current state of the game? Has someone resigned?
yeah. Oh, yeah, they resigned here. Yeah,
Okay. So that is Eric Yoder's win, it looks like. We've confirmed. And it looks like they're discussing the game right now. Where would you say like the primary like losing exchange happened? Would it be just the Joseki in the upper right? Or
I don't know if it's called losing exchange, but yeah, this plan, I don't know. For me personally, it's a bit too risky,
mhm.
and it seems like this move is definitely not coordinated to the plan here to expand this whole. You can see this is a completely opposite direction that
Yeah,
black played.
very interesting.
And usually, yeah, there's a rule that you can follow by is that second line moves in the opening is not the best if it's not like a
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
urgent point to play.
I mean that's a basic Joseki, but it's gone way out of fashion, right? With the D2 slide.
Yeah, so usually, yeah, in this kind of situation, and even nowadays, people not sliding this anymore because I think it's considering too slow.
Yeah.
It's actually not threatening White's group here, and even if Black can play this one, you could still, I mean, respond here or Tenuki, and you could still deal with this.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm. So I think this is one of the reasons why I don't see this sliding Joseki anymore, but people attach here way more often.
Yep. We got a verbal
But yeah, anyways,
confirmation that Black resigned, of course. We saw it in the game, so yep. Yep, yep, yep.
he,
Interesting game. Gosh, it really did. After that cut at P14, it seemed very, very difficult for Black.
yeah, at this point, this is gonna be really difficult. And actually, yeah, my bad. That was the right way to cut here.
Yeah, yeah.
But as I said, yeah, White's plan was quite solid overall. Just trying to reduce the side, and also when you want to reduce this kind of big moyos here, in general rule, you kind of want to aim at the weakness of the opponent. And
Hmm.
White played the plan in the correct way, so he did kind of aim at the cuts here. This
Sure.
this cut as B, and yeah, you can see in the game. Like, I'm just gonna go overall. Yeah, Black suffered on the right side, and suddenly this whole area is kind of almost 0 points.
Oh, very
Yeah.
interesting.
So
Fantastic.
at this point, it's already difficult.
Yep. Well, that's our game. I want to thank you again for your amazing commentary. If you guys aren't following CosmoGo on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/CosmoGo. Let me put a link in the chat.
Yeah, thanks.
And then, do you
And
have a
also,
YouTube as well?
yeah, you can check my YouTube channel. Well, I did upload my Twitch VOD, so it's not like I've been uploading some other videos, but
Sure.
I'm planning to do it in the near future. So yeah, I would be happy if you guys can check my YouTube channel as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we want to thank again our sponsors, BadukClub. That is Baduk.club. That's their URL. They have lists of Go clubs around the world. You can register and put your Go club there so you can find other players, or just register as a player looking for games. Check out Baduk.club. Also, thank our sponsors, the AGA and the AGF, for donating uh, both materials for the tournament as well as some monetary funds to bring in cool people to commentate. Uh, or a professional to commentate. That's what they donated for. So appreciate that. Who else? Who else? Yeah, be sure to follow this channel for more commentary in the future. There are a couple other open tournaments that we plan to stream, so be on the lookout for that. Again, thank you so much, CosmoGo, for being here and commentating. This was a big help to me. It's great to hear your high-level commentary. Anything you want to say to close out?
Yeah, it was a nice experience to let me on the show, and thanks for your work, Daniel, and all the stuff behind yeah, this tournament. And
Oh, absolutely.
also, it seems like there's gonna be some really cool stuff after this round. So in round 5, it seems like Young, that is also streaming on Twitch quite lately, is gonna join the stream. So I'd look forward to that.
Yeah,
And yeah, thanks guys for watching. And yeah, I hope I can, yeah, maybe one sometime later, maybe uh do this kind of commentary again, because it was kind of a new experience, because I'm not alone and stuff. And
for sure.
yeah, I was quite uh yeah, I was quite happy with the experience, and
Awesome.
hopefully you guys did enjoy as well.
Absolutely. Let me just make sure that we can raid a channel here. Who else is stream and go? I'm gonna let you pick who we raid. Oh, we might only have. We've
Mm.
got Ternamja or a streamer I haven't seen before, so I think we're gonna raid Ternamja.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's actually actually it should be quite late there, but yeah, he's streaming actually in this kind of time zone. So
Yeah,
yeah.
fantastic. All right, we'll be rating in just a few seconds. Again, thank you all for tuning
Okay.
in. And be sure to check out CosmoGo. If you want to follow me, it's Daniell ML 001. That's cool too. And be sure to follow BadukClub. Thanks to all our sponsors. And let's have this raid. Take care, everybody.
Thanks and see you. Bye.